Chornomorsk port, a vital gateway on the Black Sea where Ukraine's logistics, supplies, and Western aid flow in every single day. But that night, the skies over Odessa turned into a sea of fire. Russian drones rained down on the port, burning containers, cutting off electricity, and forcing thousands of residents into emergency shelters. But the real question isn't just what happened, it's how it happened. How could such a massive strike occur when Ukraine claims to have one of the most advanced air defense networks in Europe, a network backed by Western technology, by NATO systems, by billions of dollars in aid? On the night of October 8th to 9th, 2025, Russia launched a large-scale drone assault across the Odessa region, including the Port of Chornomorsk. According to Ukrainian officials, 112 drones were launched and 87 were shot down. But the remaining few were the ones that mattered most. Explosions rocked the harbor. Fuel terminals, wooden storage yards, and entire container zones went up in flames. The night sky glowed orange, thick black smoke rising for hours. Over 30,000 households lost power, and key facilities are now running on backup generators. So here's the question. If 87 drones were intercepted, how did the damage become this catastrophic? Technically, Chornomorsk isn't unprotected. It's home to the 38th Anti-Aircraft Missile Regiment, equipped with old Soviet-era Buk M1, S-125, and S-300PS systems. They even have short-range Gepard guns and Manpads teams. But reality on the battlefield is far harsher than military brochures suggest. Most of these systems are over 30 years old, slow radar, limited intercept missiles, and outdated command electronics. Meanwhile, the much-advertised Western systems, Patriot, NASAMS, and IRIS-T, are concentrated around Kyiv, leaving the southern region, including Odessa and Chornomorsk, largely exposed. And Russia knows it. They don't attack randomly. They strike where it hurts most, precisely where Western protection is the weakest. This attack wasn't a simple drone raid. It was a textbook air saturation strike designed to overwhelm Ukrainian defenses. The first wave, cheap decoy drones, meant to trigger Ukrainian radar and waste expensive interceptor missiles. The second wave, heavy kamikaze drones carrying real warheads. And the third, if needed, precision missiles like Iskander K or Kalibr, arriving when Ukrainian systems are overloaded or empty. The result? Predictable. The air defenses fire everything they have at the first wave. And when the sky seems clear, the real attack begins. So yes, Ukraine may have shot down 90% of the drones, but the remaining 10% were the ones that destroyed the port. Ukraine's officials love to announce high interception rates. 80% destroyed, 90% downed. It sounds impressive at a press briefing, but in reality, one drone that slips through can ignite an explosion worth millions. The massive fire in Chornomorsk, the power outages, and the destroyed export containers, those weren't caused by 112 drones. Just 2 or 3 were enough to cripple the port's logistics. And ironically, some of those drones came in low, flying just above the water from the Black Sea, below the radar coverage of Ukrainian defenses. A weakness NATO advisors have known about for years, but never really fixed. During these large-scale strikes, Russia doesn't rely on firepower alone. They deploy electronic warfare units, jamming GPS, blinding radar, and confusing air defense tracking systems. Many of Ukraine's Western radars and interceptors rely heavily on satellite positioning. Once those signals are disrupted, they become almost useless. That's how several drones, slow, low, and supposedly easy targets still managed to reach one of Ukraine's most guarded coastal zones. So it's fair to ask, is Western technology really as effective as advertised? Or has some of it become nothing more than a public relations shield to prove support, not to win a war? So far, Moscow hasn't issued a detailed statement on the Chornomorsk strike. But if we follow their usual pattern, the message is predictable. Our precision strikes targeted military infrastructure, not civilian facilities. In past attacks, Russia claimed that Chornomorsk stored Western drones, ammunition, and imported weapons. And if that's true, the operation wasn't just an act of aggression, it was a calculated message to NATO. We know where your weapons are, and we can hit them anytime we want. Chornomorsk isn't just another port. It's one of Ukraine's main export hubs for grain, oil, and international trade. Every time it goes dark, Ukraine's economy takes a hit, and the ripple effects reach far beyond, shaking global supply chains and driving up prices. For Russia, that's not collateral damage, that's strategy. And for NATO, it's a reality check. All the billions of dollars in military aid cannot guarantee true protection on the ground. The fire in Chornomorsk wasn't just caused by drones or missiles. It was caused by overconfidence, by the belief that Western systems could create an impenetrable sky. Ukraine may celebrate its interception rates, but what truly matters isn't how many drones were shot down. It's how many got through and what they destroyed. And, once again, Russia has proven that even against the combined might of NATO technology, it can still paralyze Ukraine's infrastructure with cheap drones, smart planning, and precise timing. One port burned that night, but the message echoed far beyond Odessa. Russia wasn't just attacking Ukraine's infrastructure, it was challenging the credibility of NATO's defense systems themselves. Some visuals in this production were created using AI assistance due to the lack of verified video footage from the conflict zone. This analysis is independent and does not represent any political or military affiliation.